So I sort of thought to start this presentation with one of the projects that we have successfully completed recently. Actually, this was doable with the financial assistance with the university through the university small grant, and this was implemented as an undergraduate research project. Miss Aruni Vimukti was the undergraduate that completed this task successfully. Actually, I wanted to put this photograph as an honor to her because she was such a dedicated and determined student who successfully completed these activities. So under this, we were looking at these are the four key activities that we incorporated here. The mapping of the land use and land cover changes within the university, and then inventorizing the trees present within the university premises and analyzing certain vegetation aspects. And thirdly, to have some estimation about the carbon sequestration potential from the university. And then finally, to come up with some scoring mechanism to give some value to the trees present in the university. So in the next few slides to come, I will just present some of the key um, things that we came up under each of the activities. So the land use and land cover maps, these were generated using the satellite images and the aerial photographs. And there we tried to identify different land use classes within the premises. And even though we wanted to include all the faculties, facilities belonging to the university, we could only manage to uh, get the information or do this activity to the college house, then the science faculty, and then the other faculties on the other side of the road. And we started this at the Sri Pali campus also, but for several reasons, again, we couldn't continue. Now here, coming back to the land use classes, we identified several classes. To be specific, it is 7, starting from trees, shrubs and grasses, then the impervious surfaces, impervious roads, likewise, which are denoted here in using different colors. So the red indicates the buildings, and the green color trees, shrubs and grasses. And then these land use maps, actually we generated a time series starting from 82 at different time points. We try to look at how the building, how the land use changes had occurred within the university premises. So we identified, as you all can see here very clearly, the reddish color has become dominated, and the green color and the bare soil that has somewhat reduced. For example, here you can, which is more green in 82, 86, 91, like then you can see a building coming up, especially in 2015, the FGS building here, and then again one in the gym and the sport complex of the university closer to the ground. Likewise, many buildings, the infrastructure development has occurred. Now, if we take one in 20, we will again have more buildings here and here as well within the science faculty. So gradually we can see how the green space have been compensated for the building projects. And most importantly, we could calculate the per capita green space availability per individual, and we have seen a gradual decrease of that as well. And uh, for 2015, it was nearly 5 square meters, and this is well beyond the per capita green requirement according to the WHO standard. And when we look at the initial value, it has been 11 square meter into 80s. So we can see there is a lacking of some green area if we are to meet the WHO standard. So one of the suggestions I would like to make is maybe in the future development projects to include some green uh, infrastructure. Green in the sense like some green area like the rooftops or balcony, the greening of the balcony or vertical spaces, because now the horizontal space we have very limited horizontal space. So some way, some policy decision to include necessarily some green area within the newly built uh, newly proposed building projects in the future. So then the other activity we wanted to implement is the tree inventory for the university. So this was, I think, the first time we did it for the university, and where we try to identify the each tree species in the university to the species level, and there we included all the trees which has the diameter of greater has a diameter greater than 3 centimeters. So we included all the trees, and we have listed nearly 1,400 trees there, and we have gathered some of the growth parameters as well, and recorded the GPS. So we have shared this information with the former curator, because there was one suggestions at one of the meetings of this center to label all the trees again. So we shared this information with the center as well as with the curator. And yes, and we calculate some of the diversity indices as well, and then the important value index, which was again based on these diversity indices, and here only show the IVI in important value index for some of the plant species, and we try to identify some of the trees which has highest important value index, like Samanya Saman, Mangivera indica, the mango plant, and Phytocelobium plant, which was the next one. And then we created some profile, the distribution profile for each of these selected plants. And most importantly, the other take-home message that I would like to highlight is, now in the university, the tree program, the planting program has been organized by different student societies and different, then some of the departments also organize their own planting program closer to their premises, and then to commemorate certain incidences, again there are different tree planting programs. I would like to suggest again, as a policy decision, we should consider the origin or the suitability of these trees to the university, because as you can see in the pie chart, majority 60% of them are introduced plants. Maybe some of them I see are not actually suitable for a environment like here. So, and the other thing, so there should be some criteria in selecting the plants, suitable plants for the university, and then again the location, in selecting the location. Some of the plants actually are planted very closer to the department. Yes, when the plants are smaller, it would be okay, but when the plants are grown, some of the plants have very deeper and very spreading root system, so they can damage the foundation of the buildings and also the roads and pavements. So in future, it is going to be a high opportunity cost in maintaining those plants. So again, maybe the center, in collaboration with the landscape unit of the department, there should be some hold about the future tree planting programs. And as I mentioned, some of the profiles, spatial distribution profiles of the plants, the selected plant species. And then we created the distribution map for the biomass of the trees within this university premises. So the size of the circle that is proportional to the size of the biomass of the plants. So then with that data, we could estimate the total carbon stock within this three premises, which came up to 32 approximately 33 tons per hectare. So actually this is based on the 2019 data. Now this is 2023. So I again think it is high time to reevaluate the data, the trees, and take the growth parameters and estimate the new value. So probably there are in between there were several planting programs. Again, there should be new trees, and the old trees have grown, so we could have a new value again. So the final activity was to give some value to the different plants based on the ecosystem services they provide, and we consider some criteria. And so we gave some values pertaining to different ecosystem services, and we could identify some of the plants which are very beneficial with respect to many of the ecosystem services, and some plants actually can be considered offering demerits. For example, Ficus bengalensis, the huge plant in front of the zoology department. The students actually they are very opposing to do anything about these trees, but when we were undergraduates, I remember this was of the half of the size. Now it is compared to the present situation, so it is highly invading. So we have identified some of the plants that are offering these services as well. And so to wrap up from the activities that we completed under that project, so we highlight the importance of organizing tree planting programs in the university in a proper way, and also in future development projects, the infrastructure development projects, to include the green areas, vertical gardening, rooftops, and so on within the future development projects that we highly recommend. And then as Madam mentioned, the digitalization of tree inventory, that project launched at the dawn of this new year. Our tree inventory data was used for this, and the QR code has been only provided to at the moment only to the plants in the college house. So when you scan the code, you can get the information about that particular tree, the vernacular name, scientific name, family, and some other uses. And also we suggested some more aspects to be included in that set of information, like the conservation status. And then not only that, in the website, there is a search option where you can search for a given name, and then it will tell you all the information about that particular plant. So the plan is to extend this to the plants in the other faculties as well. And then so I belong to the Department of Plant Sciences. In fact, the science faculty has 7 departments, and plant science is where I am. And our department and the BOTSOC is the Botanic Society, the student society affiliated to the department. So we run certain activities that are more directed to the conserve or protect the environment. Some key activities are given here. To commemorate the centenary celebration, there were a few tree planting programs. One such was implemented there closer to the site proposed for the building of the engineering faculty, and then in front of science faculty. And then there was this the beret, which has become very popular since last year. There was one initiative to establish a floating wetland there, where our BOTSOC students also contributed a lot, and some other BOTSOC activities that are related to environment. Annually, they used to conduct many annual Shramadana campaign and the plant sale program, and then various awareness raising programs as well. So this was taken, the middle picture was taken at a one such initiative where the students, the BOTSOC, the group was distributing, in place of this the disposable plastic straws, they were distributing reusable metal straws so that we could use it over and over again. And the other department that contribute a lot to conserve or protect the environment is Department of Zoology and Environment. They also maintain the outside greenery areas, and most importantly, they initiated this butterfly garden or the urban forest very in the near past, and then some space for bees. And these were some of the photographs taken at the butterfly garden. These actually photographs were taken by the demonstrators of our departments on my request. Actually, it would have been nice if we could see some butterflies also. So then again, there was a huge campaign under the leadership of Professor Lokopitia to make the university premises a polythene-free zone. And I think Madam explained already some of the activities under this. And again, under the same, there were several awareness raising programs. And here the bees is the student society of the zoology department, and with them they also contributed in these awareness raising programs. Maybe Madam can add a word about the second one.
Yes, actually, it was done by the bees as well, Dr. Jinendra, and I was also a resource person there to explain what initiatives we have taken on campus. And this person is, he has this campaign, island-wide campaign, where he's getting the support of the universities and schools in various places to making it plastic free. So that he's good. He's doing that with a good vision. So our students had this event with him as a guest speaker there.
Yes, thank you, Madam. And Madam, about this as well.
Yes, this was that initiative. The BOTSOC, it was very nice that they did it in collaboration with CEI Jinendra. So they had me also as a resource person, and Dr. Professor Ajit De Silva, Ajit De Alvis, Professor Ajit De Alvis was there. So, and at the end of the event, they distributed metal straws. So it was a very nice thing they did, your society BOTSOC. Yeah.
Thank you, Madam. And then, so carbon footprint, again, Madam explained this during the initial part of this meeting. Then some more interventions now. The other department also has are maintaining some indoor plants and outdoor plants as well. On top of that, there are some activities are being done to save the energy consumption. For example, there has been an energy audit done by the Department of Physics to identify the waste causes, and then they have implemented certain activities to control the or to minimize the energy waste. So use of the LED bulb, then sensor lights. Likewise, then the other departments also have identified how they could contribute to energy saving in different ways. For example, implementing solar system. This is actually done with the done by at the newly built building, and then there is a VRF system as well. And another important thing, again, within the new buildings, they have designed in such a way that natural light can be used, especially during the daytime, so that we will not depend on the electricity during the daytime. And then yeah. So then there are some more activities like waste disposal. There is the garbage is sorted out at every department now, and some of the departments are maintaining different bins to collect the used pens and toothbrushes, and then most importantly, this in the stat department, they have implemented the rainwater collector there, and they are also trying to replace all the plastic furniture with the wooden ones. And also ILC building, another interesting one, they have replaced the photocopier with the e-scanner, so that they can collect, so that they can prevent the further or the massive use of paper for photocopying there.
And give me a second, Jinendra. This recycling of used pens and toothbrushes, it's an initiative by our students in Rotaract Club. So that's a very nice initiative by them too. Thank you very much. Yeah. So please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, madam. Actually, I am about to finish. Yes, thank you for your patience and attention.